A new matchup. Former President Trump leading Harris by 1 point in this brand new Fox national poll. And Trump also leading Harris by 8 points amongst independent voters. Americans also overwhelmingly turning to the former president on these top issues, on the economy, on border security, as he's blasting Kamala Harris for embracing Bidenomics.
Kamala has declared that tackling inflation will be a day one priority. Think of it, for her, but day one for Kamala was 3.5 years ago. Why hasn't she done it?
So here with reaction is Fox News contributor Katie Pavlich. Hey, Katie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you, too. Yeah, you makes a good point. Everyone's kind of been making this point across the network yesterday. She said, I'll fix it on day one. And then people are reminding her, no, you've been in office for 3.5 years. What is her plan to do something different than she has already done in the past?
Yeah, well, when she says that she is willing to tackle inflation on day one, that's like someone who lights a house on fire and then conveniently calls the fire department and wants all of the credit for somehow saving the remnants of what they've destroyed. You know, Kamala Harris was the last vote to get the Inflation Induction Act, it's technically called the Inflation Reduction Act, over the finish line, which really boosted inflation and caused a lot of damage for Americans across the country. And when you look at this polling, it's quite interesting to see that with all of the honeymoon talk and all of the favorable coverage of Kamala Harris, she still is losing to Donald Trump. And when it comes to these swing states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, the number one issue for people is the economy. And so,
why are you so comfortable at the intersection of sports, politics?
I don't know. I just, listen, I'm honest about everything. And you know, when I talk about politics, I talk about we're all Americans. All of us are Americans. Unfortunately, we don't gel and get together until we're attacked. That's when we really stick together and really support each other as Americans. And that's unfortunate. We got to fix that.
You got a prediction for November?
For November? As far as what?
Politics, the presidential election.
I think you know where I sit on that one.
Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
It wouldn't be Kamala Harris. It would be, I'll be honest, it would be Donald Trump. Way before Kamala Harris. And
yes, Don Lemon will never recover from this. He recently had an interview, and what I saw is extremely concerning. And this guy is still offended with Elon Musk after he rejected him not to have a show on X. He went further to sue him.
Don Lemon is suing Elon Musk and X, formerly known as Twitter, for fraud and breach of contract over the cancellation of his talk show. But here's what I love so much about lawsuits. They're made for nosy people. In addition to seeing, text messages that were happening during the negotiations, we also get to see how much Don was going to get paid on this deal with X, which I'm sorry, that's what I wanted to know most about. So let's kiki about it. So what Don Lemon's attorneys are saying is that when Don was approached to do this show on X, that the advertising on X was tanking. And they allege that they used Don to prop up their advertising sales pitch and then proceeded to drag his name through the mud. They're saying that they canceled the deal, and after that interview that Don did with Elon, he was repeatedly dragged online. And they're saying that he is seeking unspecified monetary damages. But here's how much Don was supposed to make off of the deal, according to the complaint. So for a 1-year deal with X, Don Lemon was going to be paid $1.5 million guaranteed, with $200,000 paid up front, and the remainder to be paid in quarterly installments. Then he was also going to get 60% of the gross advertising revenue on any of his content. Plus, there were essentially bonuses for threshold performances. So if it reached 4 million followers, he'd get $250,000. If it reached 6 million followers, it's $500,000. And if it reached 8 million followers, $750,000. And if it reached 10 million followers, he'd get $1 million. Seems like a pretty lucrative deal. Generally, cases like this end in a settlement. So we'll see if they find a settlement between these two.
According to this tweet, Don Lemon interviewed people in Atlanta City and is shocked to find out most people are supporting Trump. Multiple people mentioned how they felt more financially stable under Trump 4 years ago. It was a lot better. I made a lot of money than I do now. Lemon then tried fact-checking the man, which resulted in the man laughing in his face. I know nobody like him, but we had good times with Trump. The economy was good, life was good, another woman said. He never expected to see this. I understand this is a deep blue locations and the kind of response I thought I would get, I didn't see. Don Lemon at this time, I didn't expect that one day he'll be like this. Even himself knows that he will turn to a normal content creator like this just because he blundered off. He is surely regretting the kind of things he is doing. He's a Libra. He's not even neutral. He's supporting Kamala on daily basis.
We're here in Jersey, Atlantic City. Who do you support?
Trump.
I plead the fifth.
Trump for the win.
Tell me why.
I can't really call that right now, but I just feel like she's not good for president. She's good vice, but not for the actual lead role for the country.
Does it have anything to do with being a woman?
No. No, because I feel like women, nah, you're not going to give me that.
Your money's on Harris.
Yeah,
Who do you want?
Trump.
Why don't you like Harris?
She doesn't have any experience.
She's
she
the
was
vice
with
president.
Biden.
She's a senator.
Yeah, no experience. No. She had no experience.
Well,
I'm glad he is seeing this, but the mainstream media will continue to push a different narrative like everybody is supporting her. I was actually shocked that this guy even posted this video, struggling to fact check this man. Oh, he's a vice president, he has been a senator, no experience.
Donald Trump. I just feel we need somebody that has a stronger background with the military and the world in general.
She was a prosecutor and attorney general, and a senator, and a vice president. You're in a gambling town. Who's your money on?
I'm going to support the Democratic Party, but, I mean, Trump looks like he got it in the bag right now.
4 years ago, it was a lot better. I made a lot more money than I do now.
I know you feel that way, but that's not actually what the record shows. The economy is actually better under Biden. No, I'm serious. That's what the facts show.
Okay, you know what?
No, that's not because I watch CNN. Trump or Harris?
Trump.
That's who's going to win.
That's who's going to win.
Who you support?
I support Trump. All the people that came to this country legally, it's not fair that they're letting all 10,000 to 15,000 people or 20,000 people here illegally. Have you seen San Diego? Yeah. They're coming off the boats, off the water right here, off the ocean. Did you know Biden was flying them in? Did you know Biden was flying them in? You didn't know that?
Oh, I know nobody likes him, but we had good times with Donald Trump. Our economy was good. Life was good.
But you know the economy's better under Biden than Trump.
Bullshit.
Well, that's what the stats show. That's what the facts show.
Well, you know what? I don't know where they're getting their facts, but I don't think they're valid. I don't know where their facts are coming from.
If you tell this man that he will get this in the field, he will not believe. He is trying to tell this man, oh, the economy is good now. People are having less money compared to when Trump was president. It's a fact. You cannot lie people with figures. They check in their pocket. They had more money. So what is Don Lemon trying to do here? I don't understand. Now going to this lady, she said she needs somebody that is strong, like to prevent these numerous wars that are happening in around the world. That is what people stand for. Talking about the border, things like that. These are common things. Don Lemon at this point is confused. Like the post, the mainstream media is putting out every single, is it real? I myself, I used to question. One person said, oh, it's because you watch a lot of CNN. Maybe the person did not even recognize this guy worked for CNN. Though at this point, he's no more there, but he's still with Democrat. If Don Lemon wanted to progress or to continue, he could have adjusted his political views.